Welcome to another episode of Trigger TV. Let's get in here, smash that like button, and let's get it cracking. Happy Wednesday. Going on. All my mom members stand up, baby. Hello, everyone. Yeah, boy. Welcome to Trigger TV, you guys. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Good morning, okay? Good morning. We got to start this off right real quick, okay? All right, let's get it in, you guys. Go smash that. Tell me that you like what I'm working with. You like how I'm coming. We're rebuilding, rebranding, and we are revamping this whole thing, baby. And I love what we're doing. I like it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm with it. And I'm not going to quit it. Let's go. All right? Get in the building. Hit that like button. Make sure you turn on your notifications every time that Trigger's dropping a video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video and support the stream. You can do like PayPal, Cash App, or even Super Chat. Or just being here and smashing that thumbs up is always free, okay? So let's get into this. Come on, let's go. All right, Killer Nurse. Yeah, I think we're watching too many of those documentaries. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. Well, she's taking upon herself to show us what she was working with. Okay? And I'm not with this. Again, another piece of humanity needs to be thrown out the window. All right? Some people you just can't fix. Okay? So let's get it cracking. Welcome to Trigger TV again. Let's go. Let's get it. And let's go, baby. Nurses should be somebody that you can trust. Okay? That you can trust. You got a lot of nurses out there that you can't trust. Okay? Absolutely not. So we gotta get this under control. Alright? Jag, are you tired of being up here, by the way? Jaguar, right? Jaguar wrong. Are you tired of being up here? I'm tired of looking at you. I got my new piece coming January 1st. We still got to slide him and ride him and put you in your. So the folks don't remember. We're not putting you in the algorithm. But your crimes against humanity will be placed in our archives and in my videos, okay? Okay? Because nobody gets triggered to me. So we gotta just keep this shit, you know. We gotta keep a documentary of what's happening. What's going on? What's going on? Have you snacks, your coffee, your tea, your drinks, your orange juice, your Lays, your Jack Links, all that. Just don't need no gum. It's too early for that. And you guys all know that these streams are never, ever for kids. Get those lovely, beautiful babies off to work, as I call. You guys know what I call. I call work school, and school work, baby. You guys all know what it is. So get those lovely kids off to work and school, okay? Because you guys already know they got to work for a living, and school is their job. Remember that the following content contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Depending on what you've been through, this may be pretty traumatizing, okay? We may have family members that are in nursing homes, and this, ill-ass nurse tried to hurt patients, with overdose killings. Part 2, this is crazy, okay? All right. So let me reach out to these disclaimers to you guys and just put them out there real quick. The copyright disclaimer. Remember that all this is for educational purposes only, okay? I want to educate you. This is not a funny story. So please be advised that the content, contains material that may be harmful and traumatizing to some audiences, including myself and the people that are all about being a humanitarian. It is traumatizing, absolutely beyond a reasonable doubt. And we're going to make sure that we put some trigger warnings in the chat. Okay. Make sure we do that. We will. Okay. Also, remember, you guys, we are standing up. Mob members, stand up when I say this, bringing one heart, one mind, one soul together, one day at a time. Listen to me now. Providing love support to victims of, providing love and support to victims of violent crimes and family members grieving, you guys. You hear me? Grieving their loved ones due to their stories being untold. and bringing back a sense. I just want a little tinge of a sense of humanity to help all communities in any way possible to end the violence. We got to do that. What's going on? We got to end the violence. We have to. We need to. Is you guys? If we don't end the violence, you guys can forget about the last chapter of Revelations and of them taking us out. We're gonna do a fine job ourselves. Okay, we got to get our lives together. We got to get on the same page, and we got to love one another. That's just the bottom line. I cannot say it any other way. Big J, thanks for being in the building. I love you so much. I love you so much, bro. I love you so much. I love you so much, Big J. My king is in the building. Okay. Thank you, my king, for being here. Okay. Where's my queen at? Yeah, yeah, will be here soon, I'm sure. All right. All right, for sure. So look at the response, okay? Love you guys so much. I love you guys down. My mods are amazing. Like I explained to them, the next mods, if we once we continue to go, it's not if, you know what I mean, when we continue to grow on this platform, because um, we are, sure. We're gonna be hiring Nightbots. We ain't fooling around. We ain't got no time for no drama, okay? Know that. Believe that. For sure. Now, let's get into the story, though. Enough of all that. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. I do want to get to it. This is very important, you guys. You know, I just want to do that because I don't understand how people get away with this. How they feel like this is. Let me just take you. Let me take you to the state of Pennsylvania. Okay, let's go. Let me take you to the state of Pennsylvania. Okay. And let me show you this killer nurse who watched too many videos on the good nurse. That's how I feel. She watched too many videos on the good nurse. Let's go. Actually, hold on. Let me share my screen. That might be helpful. That might be helpful if you guys can see a little bit of what I see. Do you see what I see? All right. Let's go ahead and share this video. I want to share it with you because it's so important. Okay. And I do promise you, we are going to get on to the what is it, Jonathan Majors and T Diddy thing today, and also Kanye West's rant. I might just come right back on here in a few hours, about noon, probably 1 o'clock, and come back with it and take you through. All right, so let's go. Let's get it popping. Okay, you guys, let's go. Let's get it, baby, and let's go. And I can make sure that this lovely screen is. Oh, yes, it is, Sharon. Let's start it up.
My office will prosecute her and seek to hold her accountable for her actions.
A nurse in Pennsylvania accused of murdering patients. How prosecutors say her medical care turned into a crime.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys, she watched too much Good Nurse. It was too much. It's a echo. I see it trying to trip. It was too much. She was watching too much of that Good Nurse, too many documentaries, and then people want to turn it into real life. Let's go.
Welcome back to Sidebar here on Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy. Heather Presty has been charged with 2 counts of homicide for the deaths of 2 men in her care last December. Presty also faces an attempted murder charge as she's accused of trying to kill another patient in August of 2022. Attorney
Welcome,
General
Gaia, to the
Michelle
chat.
Henry described how she believes Presty killed the patients when announcing her arrest.
These charges stem from her conduct while working as a registered nurse at Quality Life Services, a skilled nursing facility. While there, she administered large doses of insulin to 3 individuals. All 3 individuals were her patients. 2 of them passed away as a result of her conduct. The other one fortunately survived.
One of the men died on Christmas Day of last year. The other died on December 4th, earlier that month. The Attorney General says 2 of the men in this case were not diabetic. A criminal complaint charging Presty with the crimes claims she has been disciplined in the past for abusive behavior toward patients and staff, and that resulted in her resigning or being fired from other nursing facilities. The complaint says Presdy claimed one of the men was in COVID isolation and asked her to, quote, kill him. It goes on to say Presdy felt bad for another patient who had bad quality of life, so she injected him with insulin. She allegedly said the third patient also had poor quality of life, so she injected him as well. Joining me is Dr. Tim Gallagher. He is a medical examiner for the state of Florida. Dr. Gallagher, thanks for coming on Sidebar. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Anjanette. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Your thoughts about this case? It sounds pretty disturbing.
Well, it certainly is. We have people go to the medical profession to help people get through their illnesses, not cause illness and death, which is what this case is based on.
The allegation here is that Nurse Presdy injected these patients with fatal doses of insulin. It's a lot of insulin. I think in one case it was 60 units. One of the three patients wasn't even a diabetic. So, I mean, is this an open and shut case? We have a statement from her to law enforcement about injecting these patients.
Well, I don't believe it's an open and shut case. Insulin is very difficult to determine in a patient, whether they've overdosed on it or not. Basically, because the body makes its own insulin. So everybody has different insulin levels. So it would be so the difficulty would be in determining, where did this insulin come from? Is it insulin that the body made itself, or is it the type of insulin that was injected into them by the nurse? There are certain tests that can differentiate the natural insulin that the body makes from the pancreas and the type of insulin that is given to you from a bottle or from a nurse. The type of insulin that is injected into you typically is mixed with certain stabilizing chemicals that can be traced back using lab tests that can be traced, from lab results. So one of the lab results that we'll be looking for in somebody who has been given a lot of exogenous insulin, and exogenous meaning coming from outside of the body, is a test called the C protein. And only insulin that is exogenous has this C protein stabilizing molecule attached to it. So they'll have to take the blood, do the C protein test on it. And if that value is high, then we know that that insulin came from outside of the body.
This has me questioning whether or not investigators are going to go back and look through her career. She's apparently been disciplined many times for acting abusively toward patients and coworkers, and has resigned and fired from many positions. If you're an investigator, you're a medical examiner, if this is your case, do you recommend to the state police or whomever's investigating, hey, we need to do a deep dive here and see what's going on with this woman and her prior patients?
Oh, absolutely. And what we'll need is a court order to exhume any bodies that we thought were a result of her action. So anyone who died recently or in the past that we feel died as a result of her actions, we will have to go to the grave site, exhume the body, meaning remove the body from the grave site, and do analytical tests on their tissue to look for this exogenous insulin. And then when we find it, we'll have to be able to determine how much of it is in her body. Now, these things do degrade over time. So if we were to do a deep dive into this, we would have to exhume the most recently deceased bodies that we don't have a C protein test for.
She claims, according to the criminal complaint in this case, that one of the patients asked her to kill him because he was in bad shape in COVID isolation. She claims the other two, basically, she didn't think they had good quality of life, so she just injected them with insulin. Have you seen this type of case before in your career? Have you handled something like this?
I can't say that I have, and it's not really up to a nurse to determine, who lives or who dies. It's not really even up to a doctor to determine who lives or who dies. This is a decision that the family is very involved with. Or if there's no family present, social services are very involved with. This is not one person's decision to make, and it's certainly not one person's decision to enact to kill somebody or to kill a patient, without going through the proper channels. Not that there is a proper channel, but this is a discussion that heavily involves the family and social services, and in a lot of cases, religious services as well. So it's not up to one person to make this decision and act upon it.
Yeah, I think the first part of the Hippocratic Oath that you would know best is do no harm. I'm sure nurses take a similar oath with their patients that you're supposed to be caring for them, not ending their lives. Um,
So there we have it. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous because, hold on. That was the end of the clip, I believe it was. Yeah. So, I mean, guys, the motive here is what? Does she think they're better off dead? I mean, I don't know. This is crazy. Let's go. Let's get into this. Because I'm not.
My office will prosecute.
It's not. I mean, her motive is what? She's sick? Yeah, we know that. But
the case against a former Pennsylvania nursing home worker is expanding. The nurse, already charged in 2 homicides, is now being linked to more than a dozen other deaths. ABC's Rena Roy is here now with more on that. Good morning, Rena.
Gio, good morning to you. Yeah, this story was already disturbing when we found out the initial details several months ago. And now investigators say there are even more victims allegedly killed by the woman responsible for their care.
This morning, authorities deepening their investigation into a former nurse already facing charges of murder of 2 patients and now accused in the deaths of more than a dozen others.
She intentionally and maliciously injected them with insulin to kill them.
Investigators say Heather Presti has confessed to attempting to kill 19 people at 5 different Pennsylvania care facilities as recently as this year, 17 of them dying, including 68-year-old Marianne Bauer.
The family, quite frankly, is sickened by the recent events.
For 2 years, Bauer's family believes she died from respiratory failure while battling MS. But then a shocking turn of events this past September. Their attorney says investigators informed them Presti admitted to killing her with insulin. Bauer was not diabetic. The family now suing the facility where she received care.
They have to relive the nightmare of re-mourning, re-grieving, and trying to deal with the circumstance knowing they placed their mom in a facility where someone killed her.
Officials say Presti's victims were 43 to 104 years old. The criminal complaint alleging she would administer lethal doses of insulin during the night shift when staffing was lowest. And if she sensed a victim would pull through, she'd take additional measures to try to kill the victims, including administering a second dose of insulin.
And one of those medical facilities where Presti worked telling ABC it shares in the horror and pain she caused. The former nurse is being held without bail. Her attorney is saying she is cooperating with investigators.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube.
While nurse Heather Presti has been in the Butler County Jail, the attorney
New charges have been announced against a Western Pennsylvania nurse after police say she confessed to trying to kill more people. 41-year-old Heather Presdy is a
All right, so let me stop here. Here's what I was going to say before that. And let's make sure I'm not on mute because I'm not. Okay, good. Now, listen, I was going to say that she has her motive is she thinks that these people don't deserve to live. Like, who is she? She is, you know what I mean? She is like somebody that feels like, hold on, that feels like, she has the right to end people's life. Like she feels like that. She's not God, and that's the thing. She's not God. She doesn't say when it's fucking over. We say when it's over. Okay? Why am I not able to type comments in my own comment field? What the hell is going on? Like I cannot type comments in my comment field. I don't know why. But yeah, she's playing God, and I think that is absolutely nuts, beyond repair. Absolutely nuts. Like, who does she think she is? Playing God? Yeah. I don't know who the hell she thinks she is, but she's definitely playing God. I don't even understand. I don't get it. Absolutely out of her league, okay? Beyond a reasonable doubt. My damn comments are not coming up on TV. There's one. The rest of them are not. Yeah, absolutely. Playing God, playing a whole bunch of roles that she cannot. Her feet don't fit. Foot don't fit. She's playing God. So how many more stone cold faces are we going to see like this with women that are just like, wasting my time, throw the book at me, and let's just get it over with? Like, what's wrong with you, lady? Something is wrong with you. And we know it, but we're not going to give you the insanity plea, the punk pussy way ass out. You know, you don't get that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that. You don't deserve that. Like, let's go.
accused of prescribing excessive amounts of insulin to patients,
The hell?
ultimately killing 2 patients
Insane.
and hospitalizing a third. According to police, Presdy admitted to trying to kill 19 other patients with insulin at 5 rehabilitation centers from
5,
2020
not one.
to this
5.
year. She was originally arrested in May.
In May. Like, what the hell is going on? 5? Not 1, you guys. 5. That's too much free time. Too much free time. Too much free.
While nurse Heather Presdy has been in the Butler County Jail, the Attorney General's office has been investigating her and now says she's responsible for killing 2 more of her patients by giving them deadly doses of insulin. These charges are in addition to her previous charges, where investigators say she killed 2 others. Attorney Rob Pierce is now representing 3 families who had loved ones die.
This is one of the worst cases we've seen where someone has allegedly killed multiple people.
In addition to the murder charges, Presdy is facing 17 counts of attempted murder at the locations listed on this map, nursing homes all over Western Pennsylvania. According to investigators, they also found multiple text messages on Presdy's phone, where she allegedly talked about killing her patients. Pierce has a current lawsuit against Ll&R Healthcare and Rehab Center after he says they ignored concerns from staff when they came forward and said they were worried Presdy was hurting patients.
If anything good can come from it, it's that facilities will take the time to do the proper background checks and listen to their employees' complaints, because there's merit to these complaints and they should be investigated.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app.
Now, we're going to that last clip. I know what her problem was. The problem. I think this might be, I think we may have seen this earlier. Let's take a look at it. Let's make sure we have that.
The unimaginable case of a local nurse who's accused of purposely harming her patients, even killing some with excessive doses of insulin, got even worse. Dozens of new charges were filed today, and those charges are connected to 19 new patients.
Alexandra Todd joins us, live from one of the facilities where this nurse worked, and she has more now. Alexandra.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm here in Butler at Sunnyview Nursing Center. It is shocking to think that 19 more people are being affected by Presdy, ages ranging 43 to 104. Today, Attorney General Michelle Henry released a
Welcome,
slew of
Tara
new
Davis. How
charges
are you?
against
Welcome
Western
back.
PA nurse Heather
Yay,
Presdy.
glad to see you.
Presdy was previously charged with homicide
Welcome
and
to
attempted murder for 3 patients in her care. She's accused of administering lethal doses of insulin to numerous
my
individuals at
comments are
different
not
care
coming through,
facilities.
Tara, so
Well,
I'm
I think it's
welcoming you,
pretty
but you can't
wild. I
see them.
mean,
So
you're put in charge of taking care of people and their lives are in your hands and you're doing something almost intentionally to, cause harm to other people.
Now, the Office of the State Attorney General filed charges regarding the mistreatment of 19 additional patients. Some of these patients were diabetic and
you guys
required
believe
insulin,
this?
while
Listen.
others were not.
So-
Now, Presdy is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 17 counts of attempted murder, and 19 counts of neglect of a care-dependent
Ugh.
person. The alleged crimes happened while Presdy was employed
Trigger
as a
warning in
nurse
the
at
chat, yeah.
facilities in Butler,
Ugh.
Chicora, Katanning,
We
Lower
can see
Borough,
your
and
comments.
Hampton.
No, they're
I
coming
wonder
back
of
as
how she got
error
away
to
with
me,
this for
though.
so long without anyone catching up with her.
Officials say Presdy typically administered the insulin during overnight shifts when staffing was low. There is physical evidence for certain cases where she is charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder charges where victims survived or cause of death could not be determined. PA personal injury attorney Robert Pierce is representing the family estate of Marianne Bauer, who passed away under the care of Presdy.
Ms. Presdy was involved in multiple situations where many residents have passed away. It is a family's worst nightmare. It's a situation that we were afraid when we first were retained is true, and today's charges have confirmed the horrible scenario that many families here in Western Pennsylvania are facing right now.
Pierce hopes to encourage employers to change the way they investigate potential employees.
There were complaints by staff, by nurses that were concerned Heather Presdy was actually killing patients.
Lord.
And yet they did an investigation, they being Ll&R, kept her on, did not immediately terminate her. And then afterwards, Nurse Presby went on to several other facilities where more patients passed away. This is clearly unacceptable.
The Attorney General's office is asking if anybody has any information and stories that are connected to Presdy to please come forward. And we do want to remind viewers that people are presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Here in
So unbelievable. Yes, you are definitely beyond that. You're definitely proven innocent. Yes, I agree with that. Until proven guilty. Yeah, I agree with that too. But the motive of this lady, number one, you guys see on the thumbnail that I said, this lady has been watching too many movies. Okay. I know you guys, if you have not seen The Good Nurse, please go to Netflix and watch The Good Nurse and watch the documentary too. You got to watch them both. Okay. Not just The Good Nurse, you got to watch them both. So take a movie day like Trigger's going to do soon here. Take a movie day and I want you to catch up on your Netflix. Okay. And watch the documentary of The Good Nurse. I think this lady, hey, Gloria Haynes, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, yeah. She sure did. Yep, she was covering it up in hospitals. Welcome to the chat, Gloria. Yeah, but let me tell you, she definitely, in our files, she calling dark forces, believe it or not. Yeah, exactly. So I think that this woman watched too much TV. You know, the good nurse went around doing that, except for she went around the group, she went around the nursing homes doing this. Like, who does that? That's really sick. When I watched the good nurse, I was like, you are sick. You are a sick puppy putting insulin in people's bags and taking their life. You know, like the story I did yesterday where the lady put the Visine in the cup and went and spent all that money waiting for her to die tragically, just waiting on her death as she cleaned her out. She was already cleaning that lady out. She didn't have to kill her. Same thing. I'm like, you didn't have to kill these people. They were fighting for their lives, and half of them would have survived. Like, who knows, you guys, how many lives this lady has taken? You're leaving us already. You have a fantastic day, Gloria Haynes. Thank you for stopping by. We love you so much. And please come back. Trigger is coming back on a regular schedule. So we'll be regularly here. We are back in effect, and I'm feeling much better. So it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for being here. We love you so much and appreciate your support. Now, you guys, but can you believe that? Like, unbelievable, right? This thing kind of has me lost for words because even though the story's been told, for me, I still got to have what's the motive? What's the motive? I need a motive in these cases like this. And when these cases like this leave me blank and hung off, and I got to wait for the trial for her to open her mouth, it really irritates me because what were you trying to end their life? Did the patient tell you to go ahead and take them out? So now you're going to say it was their personal request for a suicide? Are you going to say that? Like, what are you going to say? I'm waiting for her to open her mouth. What's the motive? What was your motive? Did you think they were better off, off and in a better place? You don't make that decision. Their families do, and God does. So she played God while she played with these people's lives. Does that make sense? Absolutely not the business, you know. And just like Laura Haynes said, she said there's what happened right after COVID, and she started to do people in the hospitals to cover it up. Well, yeah, so she took advantage of COVID and was just doing people. Like, I don't know what happened. They just did. I don't know. And it was easy for her to get away with. And I think that stuff like that, we have to be so careful, you guys, how we choose our friends and who we let close to us. Even when we're sick and we need caretakers in our house, even if you're not all the way elderly, but you need somebody in your house to help you take care of you, be wise who you pick if you go through the personal caretaker program and you want to have a caretaker that's not, a professional. And even if they are professional, be careful how close they get to you. Do not let people get close to you like that. And I'm not saying that, just to say it. I am a humanitarian. So obviously being that, Hearts for Humanity, I want everybody to be close. I want to pull everybody in, have everybody sit down and eat, have everybody a warm place to live, a stay. If I have every single homeless person in town, right here in my damn basement with beds set up and have them straight, I would. I could start a group home downstairs in my basement, I surely would. Okay, finished and all, nice place and everything, I would. A six home bed, my wife wouldn't have it, but I would. But we have to be careful with the people that we let close to us because if we don't, you guys, it could affect us. It could take our lives. Someone could befriend us, and then all of a sudden they're a foe, and it's a wrap. Does that make sense? They take our life just for some shmoney, just for whatever we have, whatever assets we have. We have to be careful of that. You know what I mean? Jane Locke said it yesterday when she said she's putting her stuff into her assets and her belongings into a trust. You guys got to be thinking ahead. I am. Definitely got my money on a CD. Let that shit go and pile up. I don't have a need. Well, put that right there and let it accumulate. Do you know what I mean? And you never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Not everybody is a friend. Some people are friends, some people are associates, and some people are foes. And you have to determine the difference between the three. And that's very challenging to do if you're not woke and if you're not tapped in. It's important to be woke and tapped in because these things are happening every single day. I'm bringing you a story every single day where this shit is just ratchet. Okay. These stories are ratchet and they're gut wrenching because you're like, what is happening? Why? What's going on? Tell me what the hell? Where are their families? That one from yesterday killed me. I'm still on it. Okay. For real. So I will definitely be coming back today. I'm gonna come back early because, as you know, I've decided that I do not like dropping night lives. Okay, I'm a morning and I'm an afternoon person because once my family gets home, I like to give them that time and that energy that they haven't seen me all day. Have dinners with them, help with homework, and then go out and do my other, nonprofit organization work. I like to do that, so I do not like to schedule my lives or after 5 because it's hard. You know what I mean? I got the sun, got basketball, we got a lot of shit. So I am going to start doing that where I schedule my lives between 4 and 6. Or if I do it in the afternoon time, it'll be like 1 to 3, something like that. So I may have to come back like that. That's how Trick is coming with that second celebrity stuff because I do want to talk to you guys about Kanye's rant and where he's at and what happened. And what is going on. So we do need to get into that, and I am going to get into it. I promise you, it's just not going to be no 7, 8 o'clock. I hate those kind of lives. I don't know why I do. I just don't like them. I like to come early. I like to get in. I like to slide in your wide ways, slide out your byways. You know, I'm like, well, yeah, slide in your wide ways, that's your byway. I like to do that. Okay. I like to get my work over with. Okay. I like to get it over with. Shoot you the information, let it be known, and then get in and get out. That's how Trig does her shows. Okay. But I'm honored and I'm very blessed to have a new audience, and I know that we're going to grow little by little. Just a little faith of a mustard seed is all I got. And that's all I need, baby. So you guys, I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining Trigger TV. Remember that everybody is welcome to come over here and join Trigger TV. Hit that smash that like button for me. Make sure that you guys support the stream. Hit the thumbs up for me. Make sure if you want to support the stream, you can do Cash App, PayPal, or even Super Chat. We're grateful for anything that you do. Even thumbs up. That thumbs up is free. You guys turn on your notifications for every time that I drop a video. Get that notification and it's dinging in your head, dinging in your damn spots, dinging in your bell because we don't come. This is how we come in every single day, okay? I like you guys, love you guys, and remember we're going to be on a schedule, so we will be talking about that schedule on Friday. But remember, Trig is coming with a schedule, so you guys will never miss a time that I drop and I go live. But you guys keep these families, all the people that lost their lives, and all these stories I'm telling, keep them in your prayers, okay? For sure. Make sure that you love one another, you love yourself, and please, you guys, clean up these streets and just forget about the drama and love each other, okay? Love each other, be cool with each other, and go ahead and make sure you spread the love on the streets. Ask somebody on the streets how they're doing. Ask them and stop and listen and find out, are you really okay? When they say, oh, I'm doing okay, ask them, why is it just okay? Why are you not doing great? And I want you to stand there and listen to them and find out why. You know, because that's having a heart for humanity. I want people to change. It only takes one mind, one soul, one heart to add to what we got so far. Okay. One person to make a change. Okay. And then nothing else matters. So I love you guys so much. Thank you again for joining us. I will see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. You guys be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Go on a date night. Take yourself on a date night. Figure out what you like. And you know what I mean? And get excited about it. It's the New Year's. You should have been dating yourself for the whole damn year. Okay. So I don't know what y'all waiting for, but date yourself, fall in love with yourself, and do it all over again and do it every single day and treat yourself well because you deserve it. You're highly blessed. You're highly loved. Remember that. Don't ever forget that. And don't let a bitch ever tell you that you're not. I love you. Stay kind, stay loving, and stay blessed. I'm out of here. Peace. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes life gets tough and we got to push through just one day at a time. 5 minutes at a time, and one day is too much. Let's go. 5 minutes at a time, one day. Like I said, it's too much. Let's go, Trigger Gang. Drop, drop, drop. It's like this. Emotionally, physically, it's kind of tough on me when I'm coming sliding through emotionally, dropping all this thing that Trigger feels in me. This is why the channel's called Triggered. It's built in me. Man, I pull the trigger when emotionally it's feeling me. I'm telling you, Triggered, yeah, it's part of me. It's part of my life in me. Man, all these things has died in me one by one. Man, I lost my family. Man, it's hard on me. Let me tell you, Triggered, yeah, it's part of me. Hearts for humanity. I'm dropping all these feelings on you, man. Yeah, it's part of me. I'm telling you, unity. Yeah, come with me. Join with me emotionally, spiritually, physically. Yeah, rock with me. Man, I'm telling you, Yeah, talk with me, rock with me, one by one. Come on. Man, stop with me, grow with me. Man, yeah, it's part of me. It's part of me. It's part of me. I'm dropping it one by one. Yeah, yeah, talk with me, walk with me, stop with me, drop with me, talk with me. Man, triggered, man, I'm walking with you, talking with you, man. When I'm dropping these strains, man, it's part of me. I'm giving you a part of me. I'm dropping all this quality, man. Yeah, it's quality. It's not quantity. It's no part of quantity.